We're here for the season finale of Not Even Nominated with John DiLeo. And he's going to talk to us now about Nicolas Cage.
Hey, I'm here to talk about my book, Not Even Nominated, 40 Overlooked Co-Stars of Oscar-Winning Performances. And as Nick just said, we're going to talk about Nicolas Cage in Moonstruck. Now, yes, Nicolas Cage later in his career would win a Best Actor Oscar for Leaving Las Vegas, but for Moonstruck, he was overlooked. So, as you probably remember, Cher won as Best Actress, Olympia Dukakis won as Best Supporting Actress. The movie was up for Best Picture and Best Director. It won for Best Screenplay. Vincent Gardenia was up for Supporting Actor. And yet, Nicolas Cage, the male star of the movie, was not even nominated. And to me, it's an outrageous crime because Nicolas Cage is kind of the catalyst for everything that happens in this movie.
And you're not going to take it anymore.
It's basically John Patrick Shanley's version of an opera in 1980s Brooklyn. And the most operatic element in this movie is Nicolas Cage. He's the guy that takes Cher out of her defeatist doldrums and brings the whole movie to a new level of love and lust and excitement and passion and romance. And you had to have an actor who was off the wall enough to make us believe that he could be this guy who is like such extremes of tragedy and ecstasy, and he's hilariously funny, I think. But you believe the sort of wild passions in him, how it could take Cher to another place. And he takes the whole movie with him into this sort of like high. And like I said, I can't conceive of this movie without him. And I can't think of another actor of that time who could both seem, like I said, kind of wacky enough to be this guy and yet still be a romantic lead and have us think, yes, he's attractive, and I'm so taken with him, even though, like you said, when we first meet him, he's kind of scary because he's kind of over the top, but it's so mesmerizing, and it draws Cher in, believably, and what happens between them as sort of, like I said, over the top as the whole situation is, in operatic terms, we all go with it, and it's so satisfying and wonderful, and it's one of the most popular movies of its era.
Is Nicolas Cage one of your favorites? Because it seems like you're so passionate about this particular instance, or is this just one of the times he got overlooked and the rest of his career?
I don't think I'm particularly a Nicolas Cage fan. I think sometimes he's great.
It's just this performance was so good.
I think he's great in the movie Adaptation from 2002. Sometimes, like I said, he has a tendency, as in like Peggy Sue Got Married, where he does go over the top, I think, where it's over the top in a weird way that doesn't quite gel with the movie. So, like a lot of people, sometimes we're better suited to other things. I think
Did he ever get nominated?
He won for Leaving Las Vegas in 1995.
And he wasn't as good in that as he was in this.
Well, it's a dramatic role, playing an alcoholic, much more of an Oscar kind of role. But yeah, I love him. My two favorites are Moonstruck and Adaptation for him. But like I said, the courage to be as big as he is,
right,
and to trust that we're going to go along with it, and we do. And not only that, is that it's really funny because he dares to go that extra mile. And so
so it sounds like it wasn't even close with this one. This should have been obvious to everybody.
I think so. I guess, it's again what's going on in any given year. But and I guess we were all so taken with Cher, really proving herself, yet again.
Did she win anything?
She won as Best Actress. Olympia Dukakis won Supporting Actress. She was new to most moviegoers. So there was a lot of things to pay attention to, and he was still young and an up and comer. But like I said, his contribution is so essential to all the things we love about Moonstruck.
This seems like one of the ones that we've talked about previously, where Nicolas Cage might be responsible for Cher getting the.
Well, certainly those
award.
Those scenes together, the funny ones in the beginning, and then the more romantic ones later. I mean, they have an amazing chemistry, and of course, that is a back and forth give and take. And so, yes, part of why she's so good in it is playing opposite someone she's obviously connecting with so well.
Is he still active and
Yeah, he's
working?
still around. He's still around.
No, not on Broadway or anything, and that's just around, like, in what way?
He's still making movies. Yeah, he's still making movies. He's not. I mean, he's an older guy now. You know, we're all getting older. We're not.
Not
playing,
me.
We're not playing leading men so much anymore. You know, 60-ish. But he's still around. Yes. Oh yeah.
So he's still working, even though he doesn't get, of course, the kind of parts
He
that he
hasn't
used to
been
get.
in a monster hit like a Moonstruck in a little while, but that may very well end up being the movie for which he's remembered because it seems to be on so many people's lists of their favorite movies of all time. Certainly one of the, I guess, iconic movies of the 80s. And it's certainly watched more than Leaving Las Vegas or Adaptation. So I think in the long run, it may end up being the one that when people mention Nicolas Cage, they'll talk about Moonstruck.
So Nicolas Cage, if you're listening, the Academy may have overlooked your performance, but we did not.
We did not.
You really shined.
Thanks,
Thanks, John,
Andy.
for everything.
All right, thanks.